I can't believe at Michael Jordan's altitude, he would dip down, lower his plane enough so that he could shout out the window, LaVar, you're an idiot. I'm just blown away. I don't beef down. And this is beefing way down. And I know he's probably doing it in fun because Michael's probably got a sense of humor like everybody else. But there's just no way if I'm Michael Jordan, I ever acknowledge LaVar Ball.
Well, it's funny because the comment, first of all, it was like weeks old. I think maybe months old. So it's not irrelevant. Secondly, nobody bought the comment. Like, let's say LaVar had said, my son would crush Michael's son in basketball. A, that's personal because it's kids. And B, it's factual. There's not a person on the planet that when he said that thought, hey, like, why comment on stuff that's not relevant or is just simply ridiculous?
Well, the reason that he talked about it is because it was a little kid asking the question. So I get that kind of puts him in a weird position. Like, maybe I don't want to answer, but you're a little kid, so I should give you something. And he could have given him something, but he went into depth about it. And that's where I had a problem. Like, lions don't associate themselves with sheep. You are the GOAT. You are at the very top of the list. LaVar didn't even play in the NBA. So why are you going to his level? You want to be associated with the greats and have your name in those conversations, in those articles. And now you're going to be mentioned in the same columns as LaVar Ball. And you shouldn't be doing that when you're Michael Jordan.
Well, every now and then, a lion needs to roar a little bit louder so you know that they're around. But go back to his induction speech in the Hall of Fame when he talked about the high school.
That's him.
Okay, I'm going to give you an example. I was playing Summer League in Columbus, Ohio. There was a guy, neighborhood guy. He had a team in the league, and he would always talk about he could beat me. He could beat me. I let it go, let it go. I said, you know what? One-on-one. Went to his backyard. Had all the hood in the backyard playing. I'm watching this. I demolished him. But for me, I didn't have to do it. It was more so for me to prove to him. I said, listen, don't get it twisted what you see on TV. Everybody thinks you watch it on TV, you can compete. I'm going to show you the difference between what you take for fun. I take this for a living. So I didn't have to do it, but my ego at that time, I had to crush him. So I do get it at why Michael responded, and I'm not at all surprised that he said at all.
When you think about it in terms of him and his personality, it does make sense. But where we're coming from is just we think of him as the GOAT and like this mythical legend. But his personality does say that.
Basketball's also, I mean, you would never have a left tackle go to a left tackle. I'm better than you. Let's prove it on the field. You know, basketball, like ball hoop, like you. Basketball's always been that like, I can go one-on-one.
Equalizer.
In baseball, where would you and I go? I pitch to you. In the parking lot, like, basketball's universal. I don't even need a hoop. I can have a bucket. You know what I mean? So basketball has a kind of a weird component to it, that mano-y-mano thing. Like, I mean, Michael Jordan is... There are a lot of people that have said Michael could still beat LeBron one-on-one. And they've talked about it, and it's just like a fun discussion.
You know what?
They might actually do.
I think about this like, you know, if I were ever to go out to gym at a club, a nightclub or something, and he looked across and said, I bet you I could pull that girl, I would laugh it off because I would know, I would have the confidence to know that if there was a competition, Jim Jackson would stand no chance. So I wouldn't even acknowledge it. So
I do think his airness should never reach down to his airheadedness. This was a mismatch in personas and relevance by a mile.